Ready to go!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another training session. Today it is going to be a combination of back pressure and pronation. I know I did back pressure the other day and I only got 50 kilos, which was an interesting thing. So I'm curious to see if I've peaked up a bit, because typically speaking, adding pronation into the lift is going to make it more tricky. It's going to bring some hand and wrist control into it, as well as just opposed to being straight bicep pressure. But the reason I'm doing this video is Tom Holland has been kind of at me in the last 48 hours saying he wants to compare lifts, and he's done a 60 kilo lift. I thought it was the messiest 60 kilo lift. I think he was lucky to get away with it, because lucky he's got cred on the table, because if he didn't have cred on the table, the way he did that lift would have made a lot of people laugh, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to do a strict version of pronation based back pressure today and see what numbers I get. And Tom Holland, feel free to replicate the scenario and see what you get as well, brother. Anyway, let's get it underway. For today's challenge, I've got the Krasimir Kostadinov apparatus. We've got a strict 1-to-1 ratio. There's no pulleys going on here. It's just 1-to-1. So 20 kilo plate is where I'll be starting and warming up. The height of this pulley set to mid-hand. When I'm on the pad, it's basically the same height as my fist, and we'll go from there. All right, let's get it underway. All right, so the 20 kilos is loaded. Very simple grip today, straight over the thumb, guys. From there, it's just going to be set your body in a position so you can see it's actually, the pulley's slightly higher than my arm. I should probably drop it, but I'm just going to keep it where it is. Might mean I have to duck down a little lower, okay, and just see what we can get. Can we get it off the ground? Any sort of lift you want, as long as it's pronation heavy, Tom's going to be happy. So as you saw, 20 kilos was a nice comfy warm-up. It's time to stack on some more weight. Alright guys, we got 35 kilos on there now. Decent jump up, it still should be fine. Oh, look at that pronation, it feels so good. It feels connected. Pronation, I think, is my favorite of the fundamentals. Out of all the arm wrestling fundamentals of back pressure, side pressure, cupping and pronation, I feel like pronation is the key, for me anyway. If my pronation is surviving, I don't lose matches. It's pretty much that simple. Anyway, time to go up. Alrighty guys, we are at 45 kilos now, starting to get into the serious numbers. It's all unknown territory. It's been a long time since I've done a heavy pronation set. In fact, I haven't tested out my pronation combined with my back pressure like this in a long time. It's always been medium weight, high reps. But anyway, 45 kilos. Alright, let's go up again. Alrighty guys, 50 kilos. This is interestingly the weight where I maxed out the other day on my straight back pressure. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can do this now with pronation loaded. Anyway, 50 kilos. Can we get it off the ground? Easy. I struggled with this the other day. Imagine that. Alrighty guys, 55 kilos now. I'm going to endeavour to also, just so you guys are aware, I'm going to endeavour to keep my elbow planted. I know we don't want this to be a lat drag, we want it to be a pronation based. Well, this is what Tom wants anyway. Wants it to be a pronation based static kind of movement in the elbow. So, you be the judge, Tom. 55 kilos, here we go. Whoa, alright. Reset, reset, reset. It's tricky. Pronation doesn't feel like it's collapsing. It feels like my elbow can't lift it. Anyway, let's go again. 55 kilos. I need a video review down there on the lift, because I think I'm lifting that, but just a little bit, like. Third time. And then I'll give myself a break and come back. $55. Like this rail's a little close behind me. I can't set my body in the angle as much as I want to drop it. I want to put my foot up against the table leg on the other side and lean right back. But this table's a little close, so let me just shove everything this way a bit and we'll see how we go. Alright, move the table this way a little. Give me a little bit more room to get my leg right underneath, prop it like so. If you wonder where my leg is, this corner of the table, my leg is now up against that to really brace for some back pressure and pronation. 55 kilos. Oh, maybe even up there. No, that's a bit too crazy. There's the lift. Alrighty guys, we've gone up to the magic number, which is 60, which is where Tom Holland did his kind of weird lift. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't like it, Tom, sorry. But anyway, I might show you the footage of Tom's lift right here. Yeah, so there you go. You've had a look at Tom's lift with 60. It was a negative. It wasn't an active lift. He picked it up. He kind of dropped it. He weirdly looked like he did some weird sort of hip thrusty momentary stop before it went down. Like I said before, thankfully Tom Holland is a badass arm wrestler and he deserves all the credit in the world. But he wants to compare lifts. Let's compare lifts. Alright, so this is my attempt at 60. Let's see how it compares to Tom's. Oh, I can't get it off the ground with my elbows planted. Not yet. Not yet. It's very hard. I've never, on my straight back pressure, my best one at max is 57. So keeping my elbow planted, 57 is the best I've lifted off the ground. So this is asking for a new one at max on back pressure too. So it's no wonder it didn't get a lift off then. But anyway, I'm gonna give it another go because my arm feels good today. And if I change to something like side pressure, I can lift it. Oh, my side pressure feels good. Anyway, give me a minute and I'll be back and try again. Alright, I've dropped down to 57.5 because I want to work with a more realistic jump. That 5 kilo jump is probably too much given that I've never even done a back pressure of 60 before. So 57.5 pronation based. Here we go. Come on bicep, come on bicep. Oh, my biceps are weak. That's why I feel like I don't feel, honestly guys, I don't feel my pronation caving at all. Just, that stays rock solid. It's my bicep just isn't there. It's not there. I need more back pressure. Nope, not happening. Alright, so 55 kilos looks like it's going to be the biggest number that I'm going to lift with a pronation based movement today. Tom Holland, show me your strict 55, man. Show me your strict 55. I know that 60 you did was kind of something. And you're strong. But it's, I don't know, very difficult to compare lifts. Anyway, I thought I might chuck on a different handle, do some work. Tom was playing with 55 kilos yesterday with a country crush. Brad, go in this door, mate. Brad, don't try to force it. It's locked. Go in that door. Yeah, Tom was playing with a 55 kilo on a rolling handle with a country crush yesterday, and given that I've got 57.5 on here right now, I thought I'd just have a feel. But oh, I need to probably extend this a little. That's better. And we'll see how it goes. Thumb underneath, thumb underneath. Hang on. Gonna take it a little further away from me. $57, thumb underneath. Wow, the elbow is throbbing. But yeah, I don't know. We're still comparing me to Tom Holland at the moment. Anyway. And just to round out the video whilst we're mucking around, I think this is kind of how Devon does his juji handle. Sets it at about here with about a 45-degree prop. He likes to rep out. I know he does a phenomenal amount of weight, and I actually think Devon's side pressure is way more than people give him credit for. I think Devon's side pressure is enormous. But anyway, round out the session with a couple of Devon Larratt pulses. On 57. Alright guys, we'll end it there. Alrighty guys, there we have it. The session done and done. Tom Holland, that one was just for you, brother. Look, first of all, I gotta say, comparing gym lifts is a little tricky. Tom Holland is clearly a badass dude. Probably realistically the best pound for pound in the UK. So it's been a bit of fun back and forth with him over the last 48 hours on lifts. I don't know, you be the judge, YouTube, who did it better. My pronation didn't feel like it was giving away at all today. It was just a lack of bicep, honestly, and it's something that I have identified in my game, is that I need more bicep and more back pressure. I feel like my pronation's already at the level where it needs to be, but back pressure, bicep is what's lacking. And interestingly guys, if you're wondering why Tom and I have been kind of throwing a bit of sledging each other's way in the last 48 hours, it's because good friend Neil Pickup, as you all know, he is looking at putting together an Ashes series, or he's calling it the Smashes or something like that, Australia v UK arm wrestling. And the rivalry goes a long way back with Australia and UK on every sport, be it cricket, be it rugby, anything. So arm wrestling, no different, and I'd love to see a lineup like Jordan Davis, myself, Lachlan Adair up against Tom Holland, Paul Maiden, and I'm not sure who they'd put in the mix as their big bad guy to face Lachlan. But anyway, it's something that we actually hope will happen really soon. I think if it wasn't for COVID-19, we would have already announced this and would have had it like locked down for June or something like that at a strongman event. But anyway, it'll come about at some point. It'll be a lot of fun. But seriously, Tom Holland, you are a beast, undeniable beast. Have a go though, and at my sort of setup, see what you get. I'd like to see the similarities with your pronation based numbers, and yeah, I still stand by that your 60 kilo lift was hilariously awful, even though you're strong. It was awful. Anyway, all right guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Tom, keep up the good work, man. I love the challenges. Just keep on giving them to me, and I'll happily pat you on the back again. All right, man. See ya.
Yeah, that's a man!